I believe that we should all understand all this nomenclature and why I'm transiting from one to another. All right, so I will still want to encourage you to go and download those materials and read on your own. Like I mentioned yesterday, that we are the kind of strategy that is being adopted is what I call flipped classroom or flipped learning, a situation whereby activities that normally should have been done at home, all right, outside the classroom wall, that's what we'll be doing now in the classroom. Okay, so that's why those materials have been made available to us. All right, and again, down the line, as we move into the training deeply, you should expect some work in form of call it homework, you call it assignment, you call it take home, any name you give to it will be given, and you will be expected to turn it in at a specified time. All right, it happens that when you have a work done and you bring it in, and we can decide to build on what you have done. Sorry, pardon me. Yeah, sorry about that. So you can, if you release what you have done to the class, you can build on it, and it can also serve as a resource, a training resource for all of us. Okay. All right. So yeah, this evening, of course, Nigerian time, it's 7 p.m. It's past 7 p.m. Let's kickstart today's class. Yes, I have a picture. Don't forget that we are dancing between training and onboarding. We are embedding training into the onboarding part of this training, this session, and hopefully, yes, next week it will be. As from next week, we should be able to move without having to talk about theory. Some of the questions about UiPath, about Gradida, IMAC Academy. Some of those questions we may have to push them to maybe later in the towards the tail end of the training. We may not have to grant us audience to questions, in between training. We just focus on the real reason why we are here. Okay, so right now, which of course the whole thing on the onboarding aspect ends today. So we expect that this process and this stage should lead to a smoother training session next week. All right. Okay, so once again, I want to say you are welcome. Now, I know I'm audible, or let me say, I know you can hear me, but I don't know if I'm very audible.
Very audible song.
And it's very clear. All right, so do let me know. Great. All right, so do let me know if there is any fluctuation in my voice or in my audio or in whatever aspect, so that we can look at what we can do, what I can do from my hand, all right, to make this better. Okay. So yesterday, yes, I think we were looking at a point we looked at variables, or in a short while I'll share my screen. We looked at variables, and we danced around some activities to see how we can use some of those activities. I want to assume that we have done something even better than that. Now, do we have anyone in the class right now that had issue running what we did, replicating what we did yesterday? Do we? Is there anyone that had issue replicating what we did yesterday? Some, I'm aware that were having issues. They were able to skip through those hurdles yesterday, but I don't know if it was all. You have anybody?
Hello, sir.
So you may just raise up your hand. Yes, I had a voice.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening.
Yes, sir. I had issues launching the bot yesterday. I see got some error codes from my hand there.
Okay, I think you sent a screenshot yesterday. Rahim on
Yes.
Ladikon.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What was is it still the same issue?
Yes.
Okay.
I've retried and I'm still not getting it.
We can look at it together. Share with us, and we move from there. Let me
All right, so
enable screen sharing.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Wizard. Let me see. You can raise your hand, so I know who is actually talking.
Yes, I also have like a similar problem.
Okay,
My own
Joe.
is with starting the process.
Starting the process.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start with. All right.
Yes, the only time it's like runs successfully is when I change the compatibility mode to cross.
Okay. Okay,
Hello,
we'll
sir.
look at it together. Yeah, Joe, I heard you. Yeah. Okay, Ryan, can you share your screen now? Yeah, can you share your screen now? Ryan Olaliko.
Sir?
Ryan, no, I'm talking to Ryan. Just let me know if how soon that will be. Okay, Joe, then let's look at what you are talking about.
Sir, I don't think I can share my screen because I'm using my phone for.
To connect.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I can see Ryan's screen now. Yeah, and near the Udo is raising her hand, is her hand. I don't know if it's something similar to this. Okay, you can project your voice.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening.
Please, sir, my own challenge is a different one. I'm joining the class for the first time this evening. Is there any way I can get the videos for the previous class? A friend just invited me this afternoon.
Great, that's a good one. Yes, there are different channels through which you can get the videos. Yes, go through our website. Have you registered on our website, on the academy's website?
Yes, I did that.
All right. So if you go to UiPath RPA, you see you just follow the links, and then you get to a place where you'll be able to access the videos. There are links provided there, and that may be difficult, but there we also have YouTube option. You can go on YouTube and then drop it from there. So those are options for you to see what you have done, and just to see some interactions that have ensued since we started.
Okay, sir. But I think I'm not too late, right?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Rahim, I can see your screen. It's not maximized though.
Okay, maybe I should. How about now?
Okay, yeah, it's better now. The inputs. Okay, I think you have issues with your assign. Okay. Can I check? Can you click on your assign activity?
Okay, so I've done that.
Okay, then click on variables to bring up variables. That's down. So you only have what's it called now? You only have a variable called something result provider. So as it were, it's not yet seen as a variable. You don't have a variable created for the assign activity.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so I have to.
So you have to create, yes. That's where the issue is.
From name option, right?
Like you can, from the assign activity, for instance,
Okay.
if you go there, you can create variable there. And well, I don't want to confuse you. Whichever way, you can also come back to variables panel. Let's just come back to variables panel. That's that where you have variable one. Let's
Yes.
work with that. Yeah, and then give it a name. Can give it results. Or you can give it just give it a one result, one name like that. Yeah.
All right.
And
I've done that.
okay. And since it's within quotes, so it's a string.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we can leave it. Just all right. You can click outside the variables panel.
Okay.
Okay. Have you done that?
Yes.
So now go back to your assign activity and delete what you have there. That result. Just don't delete assign. The toe field. The toe field. Yes. Delete everything there.
All right.
So type hard. Just hard.
In quotes, sir?
No. Just type hard. It's now a variable created.
Okay.
Okay. You see results. That's a variable you've created.
Okay.
So you can take it in.
Okay.
Okay. You can click outside the sequence.
Okay.
The whitish part outside the entire container. Okay, so it's gone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so you can save and run it.
Okay.
All right, so that's the way it is. So you put your name since you have a dialog box.
Okay.
Anything, that's what the user will see. And Rahim, okay. So this is my first birth. Okay, that's what you have in your message.
Yes.
Okay, that's the output. That's what it will print out. You have not included what you have in your assign in the output. So to do that, you can now in the message box.
Okay.
In the message box, you already have a string.
Yes.
Then you can add plus.
Plus.
Okay, let me now click the message box. Click the message box. Go to properties panel. I just want to show you another way of entering, making an input. Go to properties panel.
Okay, yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, go to text. Text
okay.
under input. Click the what do we call that? The no, the three dots.
3 dots.
Not that's the name. That's the local name. Name I'm giving. No.
Okay,
the three dots beside
the text.
entry field. Yeah, the text.
Okay. Okay. Like this one.
Yeah, okay. All right. Great.
Expression
So
editor.
from here you can make your inputs.
Okay.
Do you get?
Yeah,
So that's another. Yeah, it's just the same thing you have there, and even here is you have a wider space. Like you can put things in lines, and then not just in singular, and then so there is even better. Yeah. So now after board, this is my board. End of quote. Then how do you want it to appear? Just put okay. What's it now? Okay, just put you've got sorry. Just put addition. Put plus after this.
Okay. Plus.
After the what you want to do now is to add the variable called results.
Okay.
Add plus, put plus. That's question mark if I'm saying well. Is that plus?
Yes.
Yeah, space, and then put result. Just put how. Okay.
Results.
So now what? Okay, I've just put it. Okay. So what you will see in your output now, what your message box will give to you is this is my first bot. You scored 70%. So if that makes sense, you can leave it. If it doesn't, you can do things that will make your output make sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So you can your name, you have not brought in your name. Yes, you have not brought in your name here. Yeah. You can still add your name to the message box. That's what you do is you just go to message box. And just before this is my bot, you can put before this is my bot at all. The very first thing that will come in that will appear. Yeah, so you can type how. Okay, you can click on result provider because that's the name you gave to your name.
Yes.
To the variable under okay, so you need to put space. So yeah, that's after the result provider, space then plus.
Okay.
Space. Okay, so what you will have here will be your name, Rahim. This is my first bot. You scored 100%. So you can save this. Let's see if that's what it will give us. You can save it. Yeah. Rahim. This is my first bot. You can save this. Let's see. I saw. Please, how do I move past this stage? Great. Okay, right. All right. So now, just a moment, please. Now, someone is having issues with okay, or what's it called, with installation, and then another person, Ibrahim Badamasi. Okay, see your output now. It's saying Rahim. This is my first. Okay, all right. So this is a function. Everything lumped together is a function of the way you made your input here.
Yes.
I'm squinting my eyes to see this. No, don't worry. You do that on your much later as you just to show the basics. That's all. Okay, that is resolved now. So you don't have we are not leaving you behind.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, all right. Yes, yes, Ibrahim, I'm answering you. You said, please, are we still in lesson 2.1? Have we been having technical issue that I have not been seeing the screen? Okay, you are not seeing the screen. That could be from your side. If I'm getting your question properly, Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. I've been trying to resolve it, but I couldn't. It is very, very technical. So I'm even reading it by myself. So I think what I wanted to do is that maybe assuming that you give me the area where you are, I'll be using I'll be reading from the PDF and then listening to what you are saying.
Yeah, actually, where we are, it's like a mix of we are not. I will not say we are in a particular place right now, because what we are trying to do is just to resolve some issues stylishly and again to familiarize ourselves with the studio. So if I tell you we are in 2.5, and then again we move to another thing, that may not really help you. So, but I really am so much concerned about you getting your screen issue resolved. Why are you not seeing screen? Because I believe others can see. So that
I
be an issue from.
Yeah, I even upgraded my window from Windows 7 to Windows 10, but still was still facing the same issue.
Wow.
And I even tried to download the application because I've been reaching you guys via browser, but still I couldn't even install the application. So yeah.
All right, I'll be thinking through what could be responsible for that. All right, okay. Yeah. Now, the Israel Bayode. Yeah, Israel Bayode, you're having issues.
Yes, I'm here.
And so
Israel
you go
Bayode,
yes, go to options. You could see options towards the bottom left part. Have you seen that?
more options.
Okay, more options. That's what we have there. All right. Yeah. I think you should be having some 3 options to click on. Like, okay, did you see standalone?
Yes, I see standalone options.
Okay,
the last option.
As the last option. Okay, click on that.
Okay.
So what do you have next?
Okay. Said add license key.
So go and pick your license key from your email.
Okay.
You received email from UiPath, isn't it?
I did.
Great. So that's it. That settles it.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome. Just to Joba. Yeah, please. When it's done, when you are done, you can just lower your hands. Okay, I thought I saw just Joba.
So
Yeah.
So you said that there is a way that you can help me resolve it.
To resolve it, yeah, I said we'll be thinking through what could be responsible because you have explored some options, and then I'm just if anyone has an idea of what could be responsible for what Badamasi is going through, you can please provide assistance. Okay, Moji. All right then, Abubakar.
Good day, Mr. Ebenezer.
Good evening.
Yeah, sorry, your voice is kind of breaking. I don't know if it's from here or it's general.
Okay, others will help to confirm that now. Others can help me to confirm.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, is my voice breaking?
No, it's not breaking.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Oh, okay, I'm coming a moment, please. Is that okay? All right. So it's not from my side. It could be the internet bandwidth from your side. Yeah.
All right. Let me restart my internet, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Okay. The Moji, back to Moji.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Okay. Good evening.
Please, how can I get to input method activity? I tried to search it through my studio. I can't just see where it is.
To import activity.
Input method activity.
And you have okay. If I decide to talk on that now, it will look somehow to. I understand what you have done and where you are.
Actually, the thing is, I'm trying to read each lessons and practice the exercise on them. So I decided to leave this because I don't really understand how to get to that input method activities, while the rest I'm able to do them.
If you follow the what's it called now, the process, yes, then what you do is you get it at depending on the activity you are bringing in. Go to the properties panel and then you see. Just go to properties panel. What activity?
Can you show me with your screen, with your studio? Can you show me on your studio, please?
I will note it. I will just note it and then we'll do that. Yes, I don't want to be scattered here and there. Yes, and I don't also want to push you aside. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir.
Oh, all right. I was yeah. Emmanuel Felix.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Felix. Okay. I guess I suppose it's having issues. Okay then. All right. So since I guess it's having issues coming up.
Hello, sir. Are you getting me? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello, sir. I'm with you.
All right. I'm having problem with I don't know how to when you run a program and then it's not correct. It's showing you an error in the output. I don't know how you can reverse that in order not for the error to be appearing in the output session. Hello?
Yeah, I'm relating, trying to
Hello?
relate with your question. Yes, I'm trying to relate with your
Hello?
question. You run a program and it's showing error.
Hello, sir?
Can you hear me? Oh, I'm with you. Hello.
Getting you. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm getting you now, sir.
Wow, that's internet issue. It's taking time before you get my signal.
Yes, sir, I'm getting you now. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello. Yes, you're talking about errors. You're running a program and it's bringing error.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you share your screen with us?
Sir, due to the internet issue now, I cannot be able to share.
It's
I tried.
because that's
Hello?
where one can be able to trace what issue exactly you are talking about.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
A quick
You can
suggestion
send
In the
to
output.
you
what
can
is
send the
okay, sir.
screenshot to the chat box.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe that will help. Yeah.
A quick suggestion. I was thinking if he's using a PC for the, you can just grant him access to share his screen friendly. That would be faster.
Yeah. You mean Emmanuel?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right. I want to believe so we have handled a few things, except for Moji's issue, which is actually beyond where we have reached. She has gone beyond where we are. As she's talking about something that we have not mentioned here, but you actually have it in your notes. And um, yes, we encourage that. Yeah, we encourage that seriously. And again, trying to. I'm just looking at the aftermath of pushing that to somebody that is just joining, and then it's just looking like, what is this? Because the learning should be from known to unknown, and I don't want to lose anybody in this class. All right, so that's why it seems I'm dragging. For those that are just joining, it's like, what is all this that they are talking about? These people, they have gone foul. It's like I'm not no more relevant in this place. So I don't want any. Yeah, I don't want anyone to have that kind of impression or perception. We have gone far, yes, but we have not started again. So oh, yes, we have not started. So let me look at. If you promise me that whatever I share with you will not bother you, so that's fine.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, Boji. Hello, Boji. Hello, Moji. Okay. Sure, yeah.
So it's as if we are having network downtime over here.
Yeah, I can. From whose end now?
That is Abakar.
Okay, I suppose everything is fine. I don't know why you said we are having a downtime now. All right. So now, Moji, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, you are bringing another issue. As anyone being able to connect to orchestrator. Okay. Now, that activity you are talking about.
Okay.
Do you have your screen with you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, share. I want you to share the PDF, and I have my reasons for this, so that we'll see.
The PDF.
Or where did you get the input
Actually,
methods?
I do read on my phone. Why I use the PDF is open on my phone.
It's open on your phone.
Yes.
Okay. The
Why
class
I
activity.
only use the laptop for the studio stuff and this Microsoft thing.
Okay. Yeah, because we have input methods in chapter 4, and I know that there is a slight discussion on it somewhere in chapter 2. So I don't know.
No, it's in chapter 2 activities. The last activities for variable and arguments.
Okay, that's
Yes.
okay, that's fine.
Yes. Lesson 2 in page 42. No,
I will be
it's
sharing.
lesson 3. Variables and yeah, lesson 3, page 42.
All right. I will be talking using visual elements. So, and I want us to see together if something we have not talked about is now being verbalized only, that would not be good at all. So let's go there together and see what this woman is talking about. Page 3. Nobody should be intimidated. That's Muji for you.
No, we are still on the same page. It's actually what you taught us yesterday.
I'm talking to my class now. Don't worry. I'm talking to my class. I'm simply trying to calm some persons down so that they don't feel disturbed. I'm not. It's not in any way to get at you. No.
So you say that lesson 2, page 42, right?
You said lesson 3, page.
Lesson 3, page 42.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But by next week, we may not be able to do this.
We are there, sir.
Okay. Yes. So share your screen. If you are there, you can share your screen. Seun Ojo, Akomolafe. So who is sharing screen with us? Moji can't do it.
Yeah, this is Abubakar. I'm sharing the screen right now.
Okay, Abdullahi, you know what we want
Yes,
to do? Share your screen with us. Only Abdullahi Abubakar is allowed to share screen now.
So can you see the screen?
Firstly, build a workflow that swaps two numbers and
Muji, is this what you're talking about?
Yes, yes, sir.
okay. You have to build a workflow that swaps two numbers using a third variable. Ask the user to impute two numbers, all right? So that means you're going to use input dialog activity. We're going to use those here and then swap the values, display something, initial swap values of both. Okay, now the steps. So let's go through the steps. Build a workflow that swaps two numbers using a third variable. Ask user to input two numeric values. You can scroll up. Let's still see Abdullahi. Okay. So this is what Moji is talking about, that use input method activity to receive two numeric values from the user. So when you say input method, your what's it called now? The one we used yesterday, input dialog. You can use that. That will do the job. Is that okay by you? So that means that at the entry field called the value entered, you're going to create a variable. That's where the user is going to input values in. All right. Are you getting that, Moji?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried using the input dialog, but it's not working. It's throwing back error at the end of the day.
Let me try it from my hand and see what. And you don't have your screen here. We would have used that to really troubleshoot what you did. Then can you send the screenshots?
You mean me?
Yes.
Screenshot of the error?
Of what you did, of your workflow.
Oh, okay. Let me open my studio and see.
Oh, you have to open Studio and okay. All right. So then we can come back to this. Yeah. So thank you, Abdullahi Abubakar.
All right, welcome,
All right.
sir.
We'll definitely come to this side. All right. Okay. Chukwudi Daniel.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay, it's actually based on the same issue. I was trying my hands on it today too. I also had it on that same.
Is it
I got
that
stuck at
same
that same place.
activity?
Yes, yes,
The same
but
activity.
what got me confused was double. where you're supposed to have strings or integers.
The variable type, yes, I'm with you.
I added to the list of, because the question says double, and then double on the workflow like that. Like I was following it, and then I was following very well until I saw double. I didn't know how to get that double.
How to get to
what
that.
I know is, yes, I only know the strings and the integers and the rest, the 4 or the 5 of them. But, so
It's
that I
actually
got
more
stuck.
than the 4 or the 5 that you mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. If you go through browse for types, yeah, you see other options that exist.
Okay, I tried browsing for types, but I didn't see just double. I saw double, different kinds of doubles, but I didn't see single double.
Okay. All right. So now, for those that write codes, you understand the language of double, where it's applicable, and because when we talk about integer, for instance, now we have other options. Sometimes we have let's say 10.3. We have 10.3. We can have 10. We can have all manners of figures that fall into the. So now the double that you have there, it's a type of numerical data that variable can take in. Okay, so you need to understand what you want to impute, what you want to bring in, to say, okay, I'm bringing in, I'm assigning double to this variable, or I'm just making it a regular number and a regular integer. Okay, so when we get to variables core, now we're going to talk about this. Now, even if I will not mention this, just now that you have mentioned it, then we need to give it more attention. So there is a section in the O package where we will talk about different types of data. Okay, we'll talk like int32 we've mentioned. We talk about the time. We talk about how we can manipulate all that. Okay, so that aspect we handle it. Now again, let me add this to your, what is it called now, to your inquisitive mind. Now, if there is anything you want to also achieve, you can check it out on YouTube. Just try to find out what is this. Then you'll get a lot of materials. You get a lot of materials that will point your attention in the right direction. Yeah. So you get materials that will be talking about various data types, and that we handle possible questions that you may have. Okay. Now, for today, I want to assume that a number of things have been cleared. I'm not seeing my screen now. So someone is still raising his hand. Moji and Matthew. Wow. Okay, then Matthew.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Mine is actually not a question. It's kind of like a suggestion. I observed that those people that are raising questions, they are studying the material quite okay that has been given, but it's not actually what you intend to treat for that day or for today.
Time.
Yes, sir, part time, sir. So I would like to suggest that if anybody wants to read further or ahead, it shouldn't be discussed here, because just like you pointed out that some people might be intimidated. Like I remember, is it yesterday I was talking about Git, which I later knew that okay, I shouldn't have mentioned that it's way beyond the time we are now, or what we are doing now. So just being inquisitive, I had to mention it, but I knew after all that it's not the right thing to do. So I think if we come to the class, we should discuss what we have for today, right? And then maybe those that have questions that tried something, they should just announce it in the group chat or in the Telegram group, so that maybe within the students one can even attend to the question without you even coming in. Yes, sir.
All right. I get your point. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
you
I'm in support
have a
of
point.
it.
Yeah. All right. So you are being supported by Vivian. All right, Moji.
Okay, well, since
Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Ebenezer, please. Good evening, sir. Sorry to cut you. I want to remind you about the break that will be happening by you, sir.
Okay, is that John Away?
Yes, sir. It's done now.
Okay, it sounds like your voice. Yeah, do I can't. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think we have about 2 minutes. Yeah, I think we have about 2 minutes or so. So let me release my ears to Moji's question.
Okay, back to what I wanted to say. Since I would want to react to what Emmanuel said. Well, most of these questions to me so far, like the one I raised today, I raised it because it still has to do with the variable and argument which we did yesterday. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Yeah, that which we did yesterday. So I was just trying to play around with the exercise and all that, and I got stuck. So that's why I felt I should ask the question. So I wanted to share my workflow with you. That was why I raised up my hand. But if it will be disturbing today's class, perhaps we should leave it till when would another day when we'll be talking about it then.
Okay, yeah, I think we have. Let me check. I'm saying something in the chat box. I want to see the name. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I will have to be the judge. I know we have different views, So and I will look for a way to blend all these. In fact, next week would be a good time to do a perfect blending. Okay. So I'm just waiting. All
Hello,
right.
sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, another suggestion. I think maybe we should always use the last 30 minutes to do question and answer to answer questions, please. Last 30 minutes of every class. Maybe like by 9:30, we should just start with some questions. If that will work.
All right, that makes sense too. So yeah, that makes sense. A lot of sense. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, so I would like to thank her, though Abdullah is maybe he forgot to lower his hands or something.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I just give the suggestion.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, so yeah, so let's can now go on break. It's 8 p.m. Nigerian time, so yeah, so you can go on break. It's just 10 minutes break. So by 8:10 p.m. we should be back. All right, thank you.
I think those bits of them. Two bits of fun.
Unmute, unmute. Yeah, you're welcome back from break. Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Can you
We
hear
can
me?
hear you, Prof. Yes,
Really?
please.
Yes, sir. We're ready.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, we
my
are.
mic here. Okay, my mic is still being crossed, so I was thinking I was still muted. Okay. All right then. All right. So yeah. So how was our break? Hope it made sense. All right. Okay. So I think yesterday we were looking at variables. Then we talked about arguments. Yeah. Talked about arguments. Then what else did we talk about? I know we are still going through the interface, through UiPath Studio, still moving around and around. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm sharing my screen with Source now. When you see my screen, just let me know. Yeah, do you have Mr. Korede in class? Okay. Mr. Korede.
Yes, I'm in.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, my screen is coming up.
What we did yesterday was the dialogue.
It was the dialogue.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you.
Yes, I want to find out if what we did with the dialogue box is under the argument.
Now, let's get it right. Okay, so you can see my screen. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now, what we did yesterday, the activity, the line of activities we used yesterday is not restricted to a lesson. Okay, so what we like this input dialogue activity we used yesterday, we'll keep using it as need calls for it. Okay, so it's not just that we use this input dialogue activity in lesson X, and then when we move to another lesson, we will not need it again. It is what we want to build that will determine if you will need it or not. So the more reason why we are going through this environment to see various things that the studio holds for you as a developer. Now, for instance, you've seen the way input dialogue activity works. So you can, based on your interaction with it, you can now decide to bring it in at some point. You have seen how the assign activity. There are a lot of activities. You have seen the way assign activity works. So you can now decide to say, okay, for me to build this kind of solution, I would need this activity, and this is the kind of data I would need to impute. Reason why we are doing this. Do you get? So it's not restricted to. Yeah, the result. Let me check this output.
Sir,
Because the
sir,
output.
I have a question, sir.
It's another place where we can check what is written at the console. You say what? You have a question.
I have a question. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I hope, is it related to this, what you are talking about?
Yeah, it's somehow related to it. It's related actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
I can.
It seems like to me, if I get you right, what's the activity that we want to, for example, like we want to input in our input dialogue, right? It depends on the project that we want to, like any given project that we want to embark. So the kind of input method that we are going to apply. What do I mean by input method? Like input dialogue, like design panel. So it depends, however, how we are going to start and how we are going to carry it out. It depends on the project itself. I hope you get me right. It depends on the project itself, right? For example,
Yes. Yes. Let me help to reconstruct for the sake of those that are also hearing. That now the activities that I mentioned, like the one you also mentioned, input dialogue, what we calls for its need, it's what you want to do. Now the input method, the other person was raising, Moji was raising, and which we have in this in our material, something we are still going to look at. It's to show us various input methods and activities that exist. Okay, like we have the click, type into, and then some other methods of imputing data. For instance, because it's a software, it's a software we are building. Some bots, some robots, the way they operate is they operate at the background. If you when you launch them, they should be working at the background based on settings and based on what you want to do. And while there are some they need to work at the foreground. That's something that's open up with other applications. But some will not work with other applications while they are on. Okay, because they will need to relate with the user interface, the UI of your device, of your PC. That's why some will work with and will not work with will not work at the background, and some will work at the foreground. Now, the ones that will work at the background, it's better they work that way, because if they do not work at the background, they will be getting data as relating with the UI, which will distort their functionality. Okay, so they run at the background, whereas the one at the foreground, they need the UI interaction. So all of this implement, knowing these things, knowing that this is an activity as though a building block, that this is an input method like we have mentioned, knowing that this is this is what to change this thing. All of those knowledge it's required for us to know where to go anytime we want to get anything done. For instance, I was specific to the reason why I've been insisting that we show our screen is because I know it would help others. The person asking question and then even others. I could have, maybe just verbalize it. And the same thing, the problem would have been solved one way or the other. But you seeing screens, you see some possibilities that exist. Someone today wanted to create a variable within the designer panel, but I said he should go to properties panel. It's deliberate, just for us to see that we have options, we can do things differently. Okay, so it's just we need to get the environment, familiarize ourselves with the environment and know how it is. Now, from there, I don't know if I was able to do something with your question. Okay, I will still do more things. Yes, I'll still do more things. And like I said, is the process of onboarding. Yeah, coming on board, getting prepared, putting our vibes and steaming it, okay, to a maximum point. Now, this is properties panel. If you go to outline, let's go to outline. Outline gives you the hierarchy, like the flow. This like a tree showing us the typology of your work, of your automation from input dialog. Can you see this? And then it comes to assign, and it comes to, so if I have 100 activities, 100 activities that have been, used to build my robot, I can come to the outline to simply check what I have here. Okay, where is this one useful? How is it useful? It has its own use. You can export what you have, your automation. You can export it to Excel, and it gives you everything in the outline format. So you see how things move, the data that have been imputed. You can try it. Export to Excel. Let's try that. Export to Excel. So it will come to main, and it will be saved as Excel. I will leave it like that. Save. Yeah, the document was exported successfully. Projects folder. This is the project folder, project panel. We have a project folder. So we can pick it from there. All right, so we have it, where is it now? The moment, I don't know why this is not, I don't want to go through, that's an archaic way of accessing my file. Since I have a project folder, I can just go straight. I should be able to. And I have a lot of things here. Go to the document. I don't want to review my system because I know that great people are here. Okay, yeah. Right. So that's how this is. Let me still insist on this clicking, opening up. Yeah, can you try this folder, your system? When you click it, it should open. Okay, so let me check if this. Just want to show something.
I feel you can refresh you can press refresh there and it will reveal, the folder will reveal there.
Okay, yeah, I have it here. Main. I suppose it will still open, but let this file open and let's see. Just to show us how it will has put it in Excel. Okay. So when you know the options that exist, then you know what to do. You just know what to do. You know, it's like the knowledge of Microsoft Word. You know different things you can do. You can use table to arrange your text, your graphics, and hide the borders. and anyone looking at it will say, oh, this document has been well formatted. You know how to break sections such that tables they do not enter into each other. You know how to repeat header, and then but it's because you have familiarized yourself with that variable. So that's what we are doing. Now look at this. What we have done. Look at how it's exporting it in Excel. From sequence, the main bucket, and then we have the private variables. Okay, we have. I just wanted to look at the tree. So now these are the activities. All right, you can see that we have we have the assign, we have the message box activity. Now,
Excuse me, sir.
under the input dialog, yeah.
Yes, under the assign activity, you have DT result. I want to know if it's intentional.
Yeah. That's what we have in the workflow.
Okay, because I'm saying in variable. Just to
You are saying what?
In the variable.
Okay, let's go there. Let's confirm. Don't worry. Let's confirm all this. Look at it. This is toe. This is the toe field, and this is the value we are attaching to the toe. Do you get?
Yes.
Let me click on assign again. Let me come to properties. This two. Yeah, and this is the value. Do you get? So exactly what we have in our Excel sheet. So it's just giving us where is it now? It's just giving us the details of the entire workflow. So I can see the total, I can see the value, I can see if I want to make it private, that it's been set to false. This is the content in that field, the content in the field, in the entry field. Then the private is being set to false. So now you just imagine that I have a knowledge of, okay, I can even export my workflow in Excel format. And so you can send this to a code developer, and then it checks through to see what operates, and then just get back to you and say, check this part. The data you have imputed will not make this thing to run. Something like that. All right. So that's why I said we are just moving around. Okay. Object repository. Yeah, we have. We come to project settings, for instance. Of course, you are familiar with managed package. If you come to project settings, now you can do some adjustment there. Now, yesterday, if you can bear me witness that my interface, this was not my interface. Do you notice that? And can someone spot out that any difference? I want someone to do that. Check it properly and see if there's any change. I want to see if we have visual learners here. Yeah, I don't know. That's if you even observed my interface yesterday. But that is not to put you on a hot seat. Why? No, you are not. We are adult learners. Why should I put you on hot seat to be checking interface? But what I want to bring out is this. Yesterday's interface was different from this. I asked a question yesterday or 2 days ago. If you have these arrangements, yeah, on your menu, and if you go to that's on the design ribbon and then all the tabs there, is this the way they are arranged? If you remember, I asked the question and then some person said, okay, theirs is like this. Some person said theirs was not like this. Okay, all right. So now I have switched to this. Actually, I prefer this. I prefer this interface. I don't know why, but I don't know. I just prefer this. So you can switch to another design. Project settings. Let's see what we can do here. Yes, I still have my description. Things, workflow analyzer. All right. The other time, these are the codes. Of course, you will not see this except to come to this kind of back end and maximize it. Okay. Of this, you have system, all these, there are a lot of things. So you just check through all them, all these things. Oh no. Project settings. And then if you want to change your the outlook of your studio in a way, have maybe a modern design experience. Let's change it. The modern design experience has changed. Reload projects to apply changes. Okay, so let's reload. Note what we have here. We have after manage packages, we have recording, we have. So just let's see what it's going to give us. So still exploring. Okay, any change or any changes?
Yes, on my
Any
screen here I
changes?
have. Hello, sir.
Hello, yes, I'm with you.
So on my screen here I have three actions, like three actions. Double click to pause.
You have what, please? You have three options.
Yes. Okay. I think it's still displaying it just as you have it on your screen.
Okay, like what I have. All right. Did you also switch from one to this one? Okay.
Yes, I switched to the modern design.
All right, so just explore and you can go back still. Yeah. I'll go back. Okay, so back to where we were. Yeah. All right, so that's about this side. Properties.
Question.
Hello.
What will happen if I delete it behind that? That's assign.
Your voice on the net, your network is breaking.
Yeah, the question is if I delete the DT on the assigned box,
Okay, if you delete,
DT, you know it's DT result.
okay, DT result, okay,
Yes, if I delete the DT in front of it,
okay.
will I still get the same results?
Now, because now, don't forget that this is a variable, that this DT result is a variable. Do you get? Like, if you delete the DT, of course, it will not be found in the amongst the variables that we have. Yeah, where is it now? Assign. Okay, I will tell you what happened. Don't worry. Don't be too perturbed. All right. So now you are not saying DT here, isn't it? In the
Yes, sir.
variables, don't let me confuse you. What has happened is that there is an argument that handles this DT. And that let me just mention in passing what argument does. Argument, it's like but for fields like that of variables, except that in it instead of the scope, in that one here we have direction. Now variables help you. It helps you to pass data between activities. Like from this, you can pass the data or the variables that we have here. You can pass it to this one. You can pass it, everything within this workflow. But argument helps to pass data even outside this workflow, from another workflow into this. For instance, I may have another workflow on the designer panel. All right, let's assume. Let's just try this. Now, please, I'm going to cancel this. I want you to take note of something. Maybe this place. I have main here. This example, this I hope it should work out. Now you will have another one coming. This is sequence. This is another sequence I'm bringing in. So I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this. Voters age. All right. If you look at the location, everything is still along that path, and it is still connected to. Okay, so I want to create this now. Okay, now you notice that I now have another sequence here. Do you notice that this, it's before it was main. This is main, the one you are familiar with, isn't it? All right, so this is voters age. Can you see the screen? Are you following? Hello, Joanna, where are you there? Abdullahi, Rachel, Amaka, Seal. I'm just picking names from Ephraim and the rest.
Very well present.
Okay, good. All right. So you notice that I have another sequence here. Okay, so I can pass data between this voters age workflow, pass it into the data I have in main. What will help you to do that is arguments. So here you can set your arguments. Let me go to main. So you, for instance, this argument, you can set your argument to in or out or both, and the directory is the direction. If you drop this, you will say in, out, in or out. So out means that I want to send data maybe from here into another workflow. Now, if it is in, it means that I want to take data in from another workflow. So that's what argument does. Argument is useful in helping to pass data between workflows, while variables is very useful in passing data between activities. I don't know if you get the difference. Okay, I can be so I can this aspect variables argument. It's I don't know. It's a very key part in UiPath Studio in development instance, because they always ask questions. In fact, sometimes two questions can come from this, if not more. They will ask it in different ways, but it's
Hello, sir. Sorry to bother. Sorry to bother you. I think
okay.
the question was that DT in front of the variable name. What function does it have or play in that case?
It's just a description. It's just a description.
It's like a marker that shows that this is an argument.
No, let them get it right, please. When I say description, it's just a naming. It's like giving a name, Abdullahi. You can call this person. It can be Abdul. That means God. Do you understand? But you want to express everything. Say Abdullahi. Like, so it's just my decision to name it DT. But the reason why I gave it DT is I'm saying it is a data. For so that I can easily relate with that.
Okay, so it could be
Yes,
anything really.
yes, you can. I can remove it at the point of naming it. I can just put results. Do you get?
Okay, all right.
It's just a name. Like you see where it is now. It's just a name. Yeah, it's so I can put it. I can give it anything. But it's just a way of naming naming my variable or argument. Yeah. Okay, so
What the DT reflects in variable option?
why is it not reflecting? Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Because I did not create any variable. I did not create a variable after named DT results under variable, and I can do that. But what I'm using now, I want to use the data in my argument to inform what we come out as input. Okay, for instance, what's it now? This is result. This is DT, and it's in my argument. Okay, this is name. This is results. I'm going to put result now. I'm going to remove this. This is DT result and put result. I want to use this variable. This variable called results. So type push R. So R. All right. Save and run. So now it's recognizing this variable and the value attached to it. If I run, Okay, so where is it now? Oh, expecting me to. My name is Be, and so there, Be, you got 70%. So that's so this is the DT has nothing to do with it won't affect your value. It's just a description. It's just a naming style. That's all. That's all. Okay.
That's clear. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yes, as we continue exploring, um, let me look at. I want to remove my data. What's it called now? I want to remove this message box and see how else to get outputs. So I'm removing it. If I did what happened, what exactly would happen? Because of the result you got, but so let me use what we call right line activity. Okay. And what does write line? What does it do? Writes a specific string to the output window. So let me bring it here. Okay. Enter vivid expression. Let me just put this just to see what right line does. So I'm passing the data here, the variable here into this. So it will eventually simply pass what I have here, the value here. Save and run. A moment, it will come up. Okay, if it's taking this long, sometimes when you are running a program and it's taking this long, it could mean that there is an error somewhere. Sometimes. So I will not be surprised if it's going to throw an error. It's taking too long a time. Okay, it's okay. Oh, and it's around there. But then nothing. I'm not expecting it to output a benef, but let's let it go. I will explain what I mean. That's okay. Now, did you see any results? Are you seeing anything as the output? Like we had it when we had message box. Nothing.
Nothing,
The
sir.
output, isn't it? All right. All right. So let's go to the output. output panel. You come towards this side, that's towards the down, the bottom path under project toward at your left hand side. Yeah, click on outputs. All right. Now, can you see this? You got 70%.
Yes.
Great. Okay, that is how right line outputs provides output. Yeah, it writes it at the output panel. Message box, of course, message box, we bring it to a place where you can visibly see it. Well, write it the output console. You got 70%. First bot execution started. If there is an error, it will give you report here. So this is where to get your output using right line. Then there is another activity that does that. It's called log. Log message. Both of them, they write at the output panel. So, but if what you want is there anything like that, log message. Let me try that. But if what you want, okay, log message. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Let me just bring it here to see how it looks. All right, log message. So it's another tool that helps to write your output at the output console, just like right line. Now you have log level. It can inform you if you know. So rather, you can put the log level if it's just an info or something, an error or something. So you put the level. You can put the level at which that information exists. I'll put it there. Of course, results. Just put result there. So let's see. Your result plus you got 100% plus you got 100 plus 70%, and that's mark. Okay. All right. Results. So it will give me the results that I have here. Throw it here, and then to simply say you got so results, and that's a pass mark. Just leave it that way for now. Let me save and run. My name is EB. Yep. Oh.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it just the developer that can see what is in the output panel?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You are looking at how would, if you have done something for a client, how would the person get this result if you are using the right line log message?
Yes, sir.
To output. Okay. The developer will get this fine, and of course the user, because this is the environment where this the output is. There is no way the user will be able to get this, except if you have to output it somewhere where the user, your client, will access it. This is only restricted to the developer, but you can project it from here to where your user, your client, as it were, would get it.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Okay, so we see result plus, and that's a pass mark. That's all. So you see this 70%. All right, I should have added space and something, and that's a pass mark. Okay. So just for us to see some possibilities here. Right line log message did output into the output panel. Message box doesn't. If you run, if you had the message box activity here, you won't see anything at the output panel. Or you can try from your head. That is the obvious. Okay. So let me save and run. Okay, there you got 70%. Okay, let's check if we have it here at the output. All right, we don't have it there. It doesn't output there. Okay, well, yeah, however, gave you the execution time. So, and of course, the same thing with the right line and log message activity. They will give you, they'll provide the results, the outputs, and then they also give you the runtime. That's the amount of time used to execute that the workflow. All right. I suppose I think the break we are supposed to have is just for 8. I think. Am I correct? Or you say?
That's the thing. Break now. Let's buy break. No.
So it's just for 8.
Oh,
That's
just
it.
for. Oh, okay.
Yes,
All right.
please.
All right. Okay. So that's about the output. If there is any error, it brings this out for the error list, and then you can see. Let's create a bug somewhere, a problem. Let's assume here. Let's remove this other one. Did you see that I removed the end of quotes? All right, and that's a problem, of course. So if we save and run it, what will happen? So, all right. So the error list panel, it's telling us that there is a problem here. The main file is having a problem processing the expression. You got 70%. String constant must end with a double quote. So it's giving you, it's even telling you what you should do. All right. So, and this is pretty fine. So if you are having any issue at all, you can track your what you are doing and then you can fix it. Okay. There are some instances, even situations whereby it will not flag error like this. Okay, let's before we leave this part, let's look at this. Okay, this is the show time span. Okay, this is the error. It's just we have one error in this workflow. No warning. Information. There are two pieces of information for us, and the two are here. All right, and then the trace. Let's look at what it has. So the trace is it's on this line. It's about this expression. Okay, you can see that it has been highlighted. All right. Okay, so that's about error list of the output panel, and the rest. Okay. Yes. Let me take it up from there and go to analyze file. I mentioned that your workflow analyzer can help you give you quality codes. How does it do it? It's just the same thing I've showed by telling you what to do and giving you recommendations. Analyze file. Workflow. Let me leave it as how. Okay, let's see what happens. What your analyzer will do is what you had done earlier. So it will bring out all this, and then I want to get to a place where it will give you recommendations. I want it to give us recommendations like this you have to do. You have not named this. Yeah, a moment, please. Okay. I want to get the recommendations because it's supposed to tell us. I want it to tell me, suggest to me or recommend things I should do. I should rename this. Okay, this has been renamed. Oh, it won't bring that. Let me check other ones. Assign has not been renamed, so it should recommend to me. The message box has not been renamed, so it should recommend to me that those activities should be renamed. I told you yesterday that it's an effort to ensure that we have quality codes. But it's not just about that. It also analyzes other internal inputs and the modifications we do to our activities. Anywhere our codes do not align with what it should be, what should obtain, then it will flag it. It will tell us, oh, it's not correct. You should have done this. Okay. I'm not able to figure that out now. We got 70%. I want to return this.
It has been brought to my attention that I offended some of you. I'm truly sorry. I meant to offend all of you. Did it in public. And I say, we get 3 banks for Nigeria.
Okay. Now, let me go through recording. Recording, we have basic. We have. Who is that?
I never knew that after.
Yeah, Shewojo, sorry. I don't know for how long you've been raising your hand. I'm just seeing your hand. Hello? Yeah, okay. I also have Olumide. Shewojo.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Shion Ojo Akomlafe.
Okay.
I don't know how I can get the PDF file. Maybe there's any document or any documentation for RPA that I can get.
Okay, I think someone will put it on the chat box now. Maybe John Aware or Seal or someone will put it. I know I think I saw it earlier, but they will repost it. How you can get the PDF from?
Thank you, sir.
From our website.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, they will tell you. That's if you have registered on the website. Have you?
I've registered. Yes.
Oh, great. So don't worry, you will get it. You'll get it.
Yes.
Then Olumide Paul. Okay, Olumide Paul isn't around. All right, so recording. Let's explore this. See what you can get from it. This helps to. I want to clear everything I have here, or it is possible. Okay, recording Explorer. Okay, so here you have the basic, the desktop, the web, the image, native citrix, computer vision. All right, the basic, what does the basic have? That we say recording, we're talking about the studio recording your actions, simulating it and converting it to sequence that can be used to mimic human actions. So if we go to basic, what does basic have? So you are not going to see this on the screen, but I'm going to bring it up. Can you still see my screen?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, but it's disconnected.
Yes.
Let's see your screen.
Okay. Okay, is it connected now?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It is now.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, when you click on basic, this is what comes up. I said your actions, the user actions, and then
Sorry, please, I missed
convert
this
it to
part.
sequences. You said you missed this part?
Yes, sir. How did we get it?
Okay. I'm closing this. We were here. Did you get here with us?
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh. Then you have gone like 100 meters. You have to use that. It's like you have to engage um, our pointer to see where we are, the route we are taking now. Because okay, what I did was to create another sequence to bring us here. Okay, which part? Let me know where you got disconnected.
Okay, so you created the recording FX activity.
Yeah. So it gave me options, and I have all these 6, and then I clicked on basic. So it brought the recording features, possible things we can do. If you can, once I click on record now, everything I do will be recorded. Not video recording as it were, but the actions, the click, the type, all those will be recorded, will be captured. Everything will become a sequence that can be automated. Okay, click start app, close up, click. We have the click, we have the select item, we have the check, we have the type into. We have the send hotkey. Send hotkey is all this control here to highlight everything, control C and the rest. Okay. Yeah, we have the copy. We have this screen scraping. We have copy text. Then we have elements. Mouse. Click. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Is the recording the same as the app/web recorder that you have?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm not getting it as
That's yes. It won't come out this way. It has one stylish.
Does not have these sub menus.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I said I prefer this, because this for me, it gives me what I want. I can see I relate with it. That's one. You also get this, but it's not interactive enough. Yes, you have to do some. I would, if time permits, I will try to use it for you to see how it works. Yes, it's kind of sneaky. You know, if you are not very smart, you may not be able to use it very well. All right, so we have the elements, mouse, options. We have the click and all these over the keyboard. We should also have the send out key here. Yeah, I expected it. We have the control, have the find, have the window. Yeah. Okay, under text again. You have mouse. You have script. You have copy text. You have set text, select and copy. These are things we do.
Hello, Mr.
As humans. Yeah.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
I keep saying that every good teacher should have a good student that will also replicate that teaching. So to me, that if you are having these features on your own, and we the learner does not have it, I don't think we yield a good result, because we have to fall back and practice what you have taught us. So that if the features are not there, so it's just as if we are just pursuing shadow.
You are disconnected.
That's it.
Okay, good.
So it will be the glory will fall back on you that we are doing well. If all these features are there for us, sir.
Yes, okay.
Hello, sir. Please let me just address that. The feature is actually there. I think we are the ones that change the settings. The feature is the same thing. If you change back the settings you did earlier, you will see these things there, please.
What settings are you talking about? From where?
Okay, so let me come in, Mr. Ephraim, and I couldn't see the other person, but it has
Lucky.
Okay, Lucky. Okay, it's Lucky. Our own
friend,
Lucky.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guy.
Okay. All right. Now, before we got to this place, at some point, I showed to you or to the class how we can change our interface from one to modern design experience and back to the other one. And so I did that. I never knew you were not with me. Okay. Anyway, those are the issues with virtual system. If it had been in a normal class and I see you looking through the window, I would have maybe brought my cane. I said, Lucky, come back here. But it's a virtual class. It's possible you just missed that aspect slightly and then you could not connect. Actually, like someone was trying to help me to bail me out. We have showed it to you, but I will do that. No issue, no problem. Since you've been part of the class, not as if you are just coming in. Now, where to address that? Permit me, class. Where to address that is you come to you have this. You don't have this interface. So you what you do is you come to. Let me go back to where you project settings. So modern experience. No, you cannot follow me and get the result now, but I will take you through and bring you back. I want to first come to where you are. Do you get? And then I now bring you to where I am. So Lucky and Nas, am I correct?
Enance.
Okay, Enase. All
Yeah.
right. Enase.
Area.
You said area. Okay. Yeah. You have this with you. Am I sure? Or you have something different? And Lucky. Hello, Lucky.
Sir, I have it with me now.
I said this is what you have on your screen. This interface. You are the one that brought us here. I need you to talk back to me.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, I also want to hear Lucky's voice.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right. All right. Now, the way to go to where we are the other time, you come to okay, come to your project here. Let me hide this. Come to project panel. Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, by the left hand, yeah.
Yeah, you come to project settings up here. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you come to so then your modern experience, you switch it to no. And then it's asking if you want it to reload. Do you get? Then you click on reload. Should we reload? Yeah.
Yeah, I've clicked it.
Okay. So you don't want to go modern. You want to go traditional. Why? Okay, so we have it's coming off. All right, so are you there now?
It's completed, yes.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, very.
Okay. All right,
Correct.
so
It's up now. It's up now.
So
the options, the sub
great.
options are up now.
Okay, so every good teacher will go to the mountain and fetch the one that was lost.
That is it.
Okay, all right.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so
God bless you. 5-star for
okay,
you.
okay. Now we are actually at recording. Yeah, please. I will suggest that we all switch to this, please. So if need be for us to go back to that other interface, we will do that together, please. I want to recommend we do that. All right. So we came to recording, and then I was just going through the options. Came to basic, and I was saying that if you click this record button, anything we do on your application or on a particular application, it will start recording it, and it will start noticing all the clicks, type, all those things you do, and it will now form a sequence, push it into your workflow, and it becomes something you can run. Okay, so then that process, I was showing all these click, all these activities, all these input activities, click, select item, check, type, send hotkey. Send hotkey is like all our shortcuts. Yeah. Then we have copy text, scripting. We have elements, we have mouse. All these under mouse, these are various activities we do. And of course, we do all this as humans. Sometimes we hover on a message, and then it pops up another message depending on settings or design. Then you have keyboard, you have type and send hotkey, control. So anytime we need any of these things, then we can come and fetch them here, just to familiarize ourselves with Studio. We have mouse and then scraping, script. Sorry. Sorry, class. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so sorry. And we have screen scraping, scrape relative, scrape data, and copy text, and all of this. Okay, then image, find image. These are activities. These are things. We'll still. It's not all of them. Some of them we may still use. All right. Okay, so that's about basic. Let me even click on this and let's see what happens. Recording. Now, whatever you want to record, you should have that application opened, because once you click on record, it will go to that application that has been opened. For instance, if I want to work on a notepad, or I want to work on an application on the system, maybe an Excel sheet or something, just using any application. Okay, then I should open that application I want to work on. I should open it and not minimize it. Have it on. Now you notice that immediately I clicked on what's it called? On record. It came to this place, and this place was highlighted. It became highlighted. It wasn't highlighted before. So it's like asking. Now you notice that there are some highlight moving. This place. Dismiss can be highlighted separately. This one can be highlighted separately, and the entire frame, the entire how do I put this now? Graphics can be highlighted. I can highlight guests separately if I want to. I want to do that. So the text, the guest is not highlighted separately, so it's connected to the name. Okay, so let me look at the time. Maybe I want to, yeah, the time is separate. And so let's assume this is the application I want to work on, and starting from, is it going to really make any sense? No. That's what is to fly. All right, so I've captured this where we have thumbnails of people. I've captured it. Just take note. Then again, I want to maybe I want to change settings. Let me go to people. And then from people, sorry. From people, I want to go to Mike Beauty. And from that action, step was not recorded successfully. Okay, all right, so it takes me, now whatever I've done, if everything has gone so fine, so when I'm done, I can come to return to studio, or I come to save and exit. Once I click on save and exit, it takes me back to studio. But don't forget, it already prompted me that it wasn't recorded successfully. All right. Oh, I wanted to see something. Okay, good. Now you notice that I captured this. Did you notice that? And then did you also notice that I came to people, selected that element? Did you? Okay. I don't know if you do. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. So adjust that sequence. Every action has been done, it will be recorded, and then it forms a sequence and brings it here. So you can now begin to change, like tweak this. Okay, this is click. It's giving it a name pop-up menu. You can rename if you want, but this name, that what you have there, is very, very important. You will still need it at some point when you need to do some modifications. Now, at the click, we have now again. Let me point your attention to this. This is telling us that I did a recording, and I did a basic recording, and I did a click action, I call it activity. Okay, and so selecting this now is giving me these properties. I have the continue on error. Okay, I have the delay after, I have the delay before, display name. Okay, now I have the click type. Please take note of this. Let me drop this and see other options that exist. We have the click single, as you want to single click, double click down, click up. Okay, if I want to change this to another input, click type, I can do that. I have the mouse button. There are other options here. If I want to right click, where is it now? Come up. if I want to, this is button left, this is button right, this is middle button. If what I want to do is to right click, left click or something, or press the middle button, then I can undo that here. Then I have the, okay, so let me move down to this. I have the send window messages. That is what one of those things that we'll be looking at later. Be looking at input methods. Okay, so I can decide to set this. I can set it to true. I can set it to false. I can, yeah. Whatever I want to. I can set it to false. Okay. Also, no. That'll be a problem if I leave it at F only. Oh, it's cleared. All right, you can even see that it's telling us that this is a boolean data, true or false. It's just two. Just have two options. Okay. Simulate click. That's another input method. You can check this. All right, that's to, and then all these, they have the various functions, but just see where these things are, and then so whenever you want to do something, you can go there. Moji, anytime you want to do something, you can just fly there and say, okay, this is where we picked this from, and then you just move there. Okay. Now, what other things can we do here? What other things exist here? If you click on this hamburger button, yeah, it's giving you option of if you want to indicate something on screen, like if this is not what you actually plan to capture, so you can re-indicate what you actually want to capture. If I click on indicate on screen now, it will take me to this. Of course, this is what was already opened, so it will take me here. This was what I captured, but now I'm saying indicate on screen, like that's not what I wanted to capture. I wanted to maybe capture this. I want to don't forget, these are hypothetical actions or demonstrations. Yeah. All right, so let's say this is what I want to capture. So it has
what are you
changed.
using to capture?
You say what?
What are you using to capture, sir?
Wow. Yeah, I did. You remember I came from recording and I came to basic. Do you remember all that?
Yes, sir. No, I just want to know the keys they are using.
Yeah. I clicked on record, and from record it gave it occasioned or activated my being able to it relates with the user interface on my system to simulate what I really want to automate. If what I want to automate is for my bot to open a Microsoft Teams, I've log in, open the Microsoft Teams, and click on the, what do we call that page now that I clicked on? The main portion of Microsoft Teams, and then select names, and I'm just assuming the best of what's it called? Instance should have been maybe a notepad, a regular application like Notepad, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and then you click on new, you click on add files or slides. You go to so place, you pick shapes, and then all those things, you drag it, everything you do, the system will replicate it. Okay, I'm just talking about basic. That's about basic. Okay. Then, yeah, that got me to this place, edit selector. Yeah, you remember the other time I was trying to highlight some things and they were changing, of course, as I move my mouse. Okay, so you can edit your selector. Yeah, you can open in UI Explorer. So still exploring. All right. If you still want to record, let me take this off. You want to record desktop, desktop, or if it is web, let's do that of web. I want to open yeah, so yes. Okay, this is just a plain browser. All right, so I go back to my studio. Oh, sorry, that's a studio. Yeah, studio. So I have to bring this, minimize this. Else, once I start recording, it will come to this. To my studio. Okay, so recording. This time around, it is web. I want to record web. Okay, so open browser. I can start from there. All right, so let me go to record. Record. You notice this space will be grayed, like highlighted. The whole page will be highlighted. So let's see it. Okay, did you notice that? Did you notice that everywhere has been highlighted now? The entire page, web page.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to, all right, it's going to capture this page. I've clicked on that, and then here I am to put google.com, and then I will press enter. I have done three things. Open this page, typed in google.com, and then enter is another action. Enter. Just note all of this as we expect to see them in the sequence. So, okay, yeah. Then I have this place to query. I have the search box. What do I search for right now? News in Nigeria. Latest news in Nigeria. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. We'll still handle this. Now it's bringing this Windows. A selected control doesn't have a reliable selector. Yeah, so that I will not push too many things to you. The point is, when you are selecting whether on most times on the web, because we have some elements, UI elements that are not fixed. For instance, your Google search is here. It may, for other reasons, may change. And so you need an anchor to say, okay, anywhere you see Google search and you see this thing, then recognize the button called Google search. Okay, so there's what we call selector and something what we call anchor. Like I said, we're exploring. Just all these things, just save them somewhere, even if you are not having a grasp of it. And if you are getting it, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. All these things, they still have their various lessons. Okay, the selector selector. Let's put indicate anchor there. So we indicate this search as my anchor for this. So I put in latest news. Nigeria. Okay, and after that, oh God, truncated. And after that, click on search and go back to studio, and then I run it. Search. No, before no. Let's go to studio. All right, so what I want you to note here is the sequence. You see all the actions I did. See how they are formed in sequence. That's what I want to establish. The aspects of the being done of that will be ironed out later. So you see the web. You see that I captured this browser. This is it here. Okay, and you also see the next thing was that after I typed there should be a type into activity. Then before this click, so I have this click. Well, anyway, it told us that the recording was successfully carried out. Okay, so you see the sequence, you see everything. So if I run this now, it will just do the exact thing that I have done. All right, it will just do the exact thing that I have done. So that's one of those things that UiPath Studio does. So we'll be looking at other things. Okay, yeah. Well, as we move into the class next week, it's been a long day for you and I, no doubt. And I want to believe we are getting along one way or the other. If you are new, no problem. You can revert to some of the recorded videos. Yes, that's a good way to go. All right. And you also have materials on UiPath websites. Okay. The links to those materials, they are available in our LMS, our website. Okay. Once again, I encourage you and to also tell you that you can finish up whatever you want to finish as regards to learning the vitals in UiPath Associates, and go for your exam and then go for advanced, even without waiting for the class. The class, the content that will make you pass and become an associate developer, actually, in 1-2 weeks, you should be done with it. So, but we taking it for 4 weeks thereabout. It's just it's just our design. I mean, the design of High Mark Academy. So you can go ahead of the class. And again, if you have signified working with Gradida, I think there is an avenue for you to do that. The enrollment manager, I don't know if he's still here. You would next week again, he would tell us how to go about that, so that we would know those that are still interested in working with Grandida, and then we can also begin to plan other things around that. Okay. What else now? What else? Please engage your weekend and engage it well. And I wish you all the best. Okay. Yeah. Someone has a question. Right. I'm not seeing your hands, so I don't know who is speaking. Okay. Abidemi Ajao. Or is it Okweje Amarachi? Who?
Not me.
Okay, Abidemi Ajao.
I was just wanting to find out if when the message that came up when it says the selected control does not have an anchor. The control itself, is it the recording that is the control, or one of the web attributes that you clicked on?
Is one of the web attributes that requires an anchor. That's what we call selector.
Is it the web attribute that the error message is referring to as the control, or the recording?
It's the web attributes. It's not the recording.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Simeon Ojuolakpe. Yep. Yes, Simeon. Yeah, good evening.
Please pardon me, I'm in a public transport in Lagos. You mentioned about the fact that what this is
Sorry, from my own hand, I can hardly hear you.
Let's
The only thing I had was public transport. Maybe I also had Lagos Island. I'm not sure if I had that one, but I had public transport.
I'll suggest you type on the message.
Yes, maybe you do that, Simeon. Okay. Mr. Korede, are you still here? Okay. All right then.
Hello, sir. Mr. The engineer, I want to say something quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone raised a question earlier when we were still on this assign activity.
All right.
So, yeah. So, and I think it's about assigning a variable, like a label to a particular data type. So when we enter the variable name, on the left, I think I thought it should automatically show on the variables tab. Or are we the one that is to create it again? Do we still have to create it on the variables tab? Do we have to enter it in the variables tab after we have done that in the assign activity?
We are to create now. We are to create. You see, there are two ways. There are two ways to this. If you are doing your workflow and then you get to assign, you can create your variable right from the assign activity. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
Just in that tool field, just click Control K. Control K means you want to create a variable. Do you get?
Okay.
Right, and then you impute whatever you want to do. You create a variable for yourself, and it will appear at the variables panel when you are done.
Oh.
Immediately you create it in your assigned activity, it appears at the variable panel
automatically.
Yes. Now, that's option 1. Option 2 is you come to variables panel. Sometimes you have an idea of what you want to do. So you just create, maybe the first thing you do is you just create all the variables you want to use, so that when you get to your certain activities, you just be bringing them in. I don't know if you understand that approach. Okay.
Yes, sir. But though I don't know how it's going to work though.
Okay. It doesn't take time. It doesn't take time at all. Sorry, it's just 2 minutes, and we'll soon. If I'll be as good as done. All right. So you don't have. Now this is results. Let me open this. This is a variable. Okay. Now let's assume that just before you even bring in assign, you have created your variables. Of course, that must have been done. Haven't initiated a sequence. Okay, so you just come to variables and sorry, this thing is dancing. Then you come to create. Then you just simply say var 1 variable 1. Okay, you set all your variables. You can do all your variables here. You call this var 2. You know what it is. It depends on you. var 2. You have created this. You have created variables that are, and of course, the data type is string. So if you come to assign, you can decide to attach. Let's say you can put in var. Because you have created it, it will pop up. This is var. So you can select it in.
Okay. I get it now, sir.
So it means that in subsequent your workflow, anywhere you want to use this value, you got 70%. What you will bring in is the name of the variable you have assigned to that value. Do you get?
Yes, I get it, sir.
All right. Okay, so my system is also agreeing to the fact that you have gone beyond the time we should, as it is even dragging. Okay, so he's saying it's past 10 p.m. All right. So don't worry, we are all coming out from this. So enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. So see you next week. See you on Monday.
Okay, the lectures end Friday.
Yes, Fridays. Yes, let it be so.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
So much.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
All right, thank you. Good night.
All right, good night, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good night, sir.
Okay, yeah, good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
All
Moji
right. Good
Fagbuyi,
night.
are you still there? Yeah, good night. Moji Fagbuyi, are you still there? Okay, Sergeant, thank you.
Good night.
All right, good night. Francis, that. Thank you.
Bye.